In 1873, dozens of black men were killed in Louisiana. The men who did it were caught, tried, convicted, and then the Supreme Court let them go. After the Civil War, things changed. Black men could vote, they could hold office, they could be part of government. But a lot of the white power in the South didn't accept that. In 1872, Louisiana had two governors, both claiming power. In Grant Parish, black voters helped Republicans win control, so they took hold of the courthouse in Colfax, because whoever controlled that controlled the government. They weren't hiding. They were defending what they believed was lawfully theirs. The courthouse wasn't just a building. It's where elections were recorded. If you held it, you held the government. The men there believed they were defending a legal election. Some had fought in the Union Army. They thought the law was on their side, and they knew there was tension. Armed groups were forming, moving. Word was spreading that something was coming. But this wasn't supposed to be a massacre. They expected a standoff, maybe a fight. They believed surrender would protect them, but it didn't. On Easter Sunday, hundreds of white armed men showed up. This wasn't random. They came prepared. They surrounded the courthouse, and then they set it on fire. As the building burned, people tried to get out. Some of them surrendered, and they were killed anyway. Shot, hunted, executed. This wasn't a battle. It was a massacre. So who were the men who carried this out? They weren't a random mob. They were organized. Former Confederate soldiers, plantation elites, local militia members. Some were identified. Leaders like William Cruikshank, Elihu Hadnot, William Irwin. They weren't all shooters. Some organized, some led, some carried out the killings. Estimates suggest as many as 150 to 300 men took part. This wasn't just violence. It was organized political force. And for a moment, the system tried to hold them accountable. And then something rare happened. The federal government stepped in. 3 men were convicted, not for murder, but for violating civil rights. In 1876, the case reached the Supreme Court. These men were not charged with murder. The question was simple. Could the federal government punish individuals for this? The court said, no. The 14th Amendment, they said, only restricts states, not individuals. The 15th Amendment didn't guarantee voting rights. It only limited what states could do. So the federal government had no authority to prosecute. The convictions were overturned. The law didn't defend the victims. It defended the limits of its own power. No governor signed the pardon. No president stepped in. The law itself just let them go. The violence ended, but what it took didn't come back. One side lost lives, power, protection. The other side return to a system that still worked for them, and the message spread. This could happen, and nothing would stop it. Years later, a monument was built, not for the victims, for the men who did it. And for a long time, that was the story that stood. Until now. This isn't the same moment. Different time, different people. But for a century, the story of Colfax stood in stone, not as a warning, but as a justification. And when a country struggles to hold political violence accountable, it has a way of repeating the question: who gets punished and who walks free?